This shit's fire. This is the only thing
they charge you enough, nigga. This shit better work like that.
I know that shit better work like that.
Oh, God. And they got some new 30K backpack, nigga, that everybody at DDG and them flexing with now.
What?
There's some new IRL backpack costs like 30K or some shit. It's like green. It's like green and gray instead of this.
Turn the lights off in here before the chat think I'm having a freak off.
That's a fact. Hide all the candles.
Nah, it's kind of bright in here now.
Yeah, it's straight. Hide the candles.
Let me see. I'm getting told this shit live. Nigga, we live right now, man.
Hold on, this shit just came out. Hold on.
We live. That's fast.
Hold on.
Wait, you come on. You okay?
Okay, back.
Oh shit. Yo, I need liquor, bro.
So I'm
in motherfucking Detroit. No liquor. Shit is spooky. Yo, what's cracking with y'all? Let me see. Bro, you might have to sit down, gang. Like, cause let me see. Big Ack in the building. Oh, okay, all right, that's a decent angle. Pause. Look like I'm on. Yo, you ever seen the Casting Couch videos? Pause. Yo, I'm covering the Diddy child too much. That's it, bro. I'm covering it too much, bro. Oh, nah, that's a valid angle. Valid angle. Still, that's a valid angle. Okay. Yeah, I just gotta lean in. You got the fisheye lens on this. Bro, I'm such a boomer, nigga. Yo, because everybody live stream, like IRL should be like busting. They got the thing on the screen, everything.
You only nigga
Yo, Big Ack in the building, man. Yo, I'm just cooling out here. You know, I'm in Detroit. Don't try to dox me. Yo, we just left the Kendrick concert. I was gonna stream the whole thing low key, but shout to Ford's Field. They wouldn't let me in there with it. They're like, "Do you got permission to bring in the backpack?" I'm like, "Nigga, I'm just out here thugging." I think they can see me. Hold on, let me make sure. Oh shit, they can't see me. I'm on Kick. I'm definitely on Kick. I'm on King Academics too. Yeah, my bad, chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I definitely cut stream earlier. I was doing it. Yo, I gotta go cover the rest of that trial. But I hopped on a flight. I literally got off stream, set my dogs up, went to the airport, got on a flight, and came right to the Kendrick show. Yo, chat, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gotta stop me from trying to like almost crash out now, because I ain't gonna lie. Every place I say I shouldn't go, I'm going. Feel what I'm saying? It's just one of those things, man. You know, I just want to live life. But anyway, yo, I'm gonna do a whole breakdown on Kendrick's show tomorrow. Not gonna lie, I had a good time. It was important for me to come. I think I'm the best stage show concert critic, because I don't fuck with nobody enough to not give them critique. And I think everybody knows, if y'all ever see me when I go out, I'm drunk, I'm having fun. I have more fun than all of y'all. I'm sorry. I do have more fun than all of y'all. Y'all see me at Travis Scott concerts. Y'all see me at like other concerts. Y'all could see that I'm really living this, like I'm living this life to the fullest, at least when I go out. I don't go out too often. So, yeah. So I have to go see what that Kendrick concert was hitting for. And yeah, I picked today. I was just like, yo, which place should I go? So I was going to go to Inglewood. I was just like, yo, I was trying to practice I was practicing, but I was trying to go to Inglewood. Those shows passed too quick. Then I realized most of the shows, I was looking at the dates, they were falling out on dates that I had to cover the trial. So I really wanted a weekend date. And I don't know, the best date I could figure out was which I didn't realize, this is the blackest city in America. It's my first time in Detroit ever. So I popped out to Detroit today and went to the show, and you know, good times. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, nobody knew I was gonna be in that bitch. Nobody knew I was gonna be in there. But if you wonder why I went, because I've seen people like just like, yo, you shouldn't go because you rock with whoever. Man, I'm gonna go to this show. Nigga, I know what my job is, man. I keep telling people, yo, at the end of the day, academics is academics. Y'all should understand, I've been doing this for a long time. Like, I know some of this Kendrick Drake shit new to y'all. Nigga, I've been doing this shit since Warren Chirac days. And I know a lot of people might just be on some, well, we don't know Nah, nigga, I know how my bread was buttered in this shit. So, like, at the end of the day, you know, I don't really got no personal issues with nobody, but I'm also not going to be the person who's going to be like, all right, no, nigga. I like going to see concerts. I want to go have a first-hand perspective of how shit is. This is going to be the biggest tour. I told y'all it's going to be the biggest tour. So I popped out, nigga. I'm like, nigga, fuck it. I'll just pop out and show niggas. I learned that from Dot. He told me that. That's what he told me. To pop out and show niggas. So I popped out. Show niggas. Now, I don't even know if let me see. Is anybody even in here? It's like 11:20. Are we on Central Time?
I think so.
By the way, shout out to my one driver. I can't say nothing bad about Detroit. He treated me so good today. He said, yo, I'm doing this that you can't put no smut on Detroit's name. So I can't say nothing bad about Detroit. So I just gotta be like this. But Detroit's an interesting place. I'm gonna just say that. It's an interesting place. I can't say nothing bad. Nothing bad. I promise the driver. He said, Ak, I'm doing this for you, but you can't say nothing bad. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Yeah, no. It was all good vibes, man. Went to the show. There's a lot I could really get into, but first and foremost, I'll say this. That motherfucker Dot is filling up this venue. Like, this venue is filled. Real people. Clearly not no bots. It's real people. You get what I'm saying? Now, I will say this. And this is why I showed up to shows. Like, if y'all want to know the reason why I ever showed up to a show the first time for an artist, that it's not about me getting along with the artist. Because, like, bruh, at the end of the day, let me just tell, like, for all the fans in this shit, nigga, this is a business. Okay? I look at it as a business. I treat it like a business. Like, there's millions of dollars being transacted off of this. I've got it. They've got it. It's whatever. Now, I get it. Hip-hop always says a contact sport. And you got to play it accordingly. You got to be safe. And I completely understand that. But for me, I'm not taking most of this shit personal. And to me, I keep telling y'all, it's going to be for somebody else to tell me they're taking it personal. You get what I'm saying? If somebody attacked me with words, I'm the funniest nigga online. Hey, you can't out-joke me. If you're not Charleston White or somebody, you can't out-joke me. So I'm going to get the last laugh with that. But other than that, I don't really take shit personal like that because nobody ever brought harm to me. People said stuff to me, but you get over that because I said stuff to people too. So, I remember when Russ, I used to post Russ on my page and people would hate. It would cause so much hate. People were like, Ak, why do you keep posting him? Is he paying you? I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, he's not paying me. But the guy seemingly got a fan base. Or if he don't got a fan base, y'all keep hating on him so much. The way I posted back in the day on Instagram is like, if I post somebody and there's 1,500 comments, that means that person got some motion. What people didn't realize, I used to post Russ more because y'all hated on him. It would be let's make sure we good. It's lagging?
For a second, you good.
For a second? Okay, we good though? Say connection. Oh, nigga, it said connection lost, gang. What the fuck? Okay, we're back. So yeah, so in reality, and by the way, we're only on the King Academics right now. We're not getting on Academy. When I started to pop out to people's shows, for me was to see what I was talking about online. Here's the thing. Like, I don't care what none of these niggas say. They can hate on me all they want. Bruh, they all acknowledge there's no bigger voice in hip-hop than me. Like, if I start saying A about you, it's A, gang. Like, I'm sorry. And, I do take that, I hold that weight, and I try to, obviously I got my biases. I never say I'm not biased on some shit. But I do try to do my best in trying to give a fair perspective, or at least not just make up delusional shit in my head. I don't want to be delulu. So with the Russ shit, I remember going to a show and I said I wanted to see who's a Russ fan, because everybody on my Instagram page act like they're not a fan. So who's a fan of this nigga? If this nigga keeps saying I'm the biggest independent this, I'm the biggest whatever. So nigga, I went to a show. It was in Madison Square Garden. He sold out the theater. It's 7,500 people, or either 7,500 or 8,500. That's the capacity there. I went there to go look at it to say, damn, How everybody saying this nigga is irrelevant, but look at this show. So I went there and I gained a whole new respect for Russ. If you notice, even how I spoke about Russ was different afterwards. The way I posted Russ was different. Because again, sometimes online it's kind of, and I'm an online nigga too. So I notice. Sometimes you get the narrative, like, put it like this, they say I'm the most hated nigga. But when I go outside, I only take pictures. I only get people tell me how much they love me. So then you start to balance it. Well, if they're telling me that online, but I'm seeing this in real life, so this is why I go to people's shows. So I went to Rush's show. Man, I never seen. They knew every word, song, every line. They knew songs I never knew. I didn't even look at Russ. He's a good performer, but I didn't even look at him. I looked at the crowd. When I go to people's show, I look at the crowd. I got to see how much of music is affecting them. So that's kind of like the origin of me doing some critique when it comes to people doing shows. Also, it matters a lot now. Man, don't you see these hip-hop artists? They're all struggling. Bro, they're begging for shout-outs, and this is not no shout-out to nobody. They're begging for shout-outs for Casanat. In reality, they can't get motion on their music. What really matters at the end of the day and what really get these rappers paid is, could you fill an arena? I know it's tough, and I'm not here to clown nobody who can't. But it's important, and that's why I think the stage show element is important, and for me to look at it and see it for myself, right? Because there's artists that sell $60K that could do arenas, and niggas who sell $150K that can do arenas. Some don't make sense. So anyway, that's kind of the origin of why I did it. We keep going. 2022. If you wonder, like, my whole disposition to Kendrick Lamar, and I always thought he was a dope artist. It was never the artist that represented me. I was always a Drake guy, and it's not Drake versus Kendrick. It's just that Kendrick is like a Black Lives Matter, Black Power type of nigga. That's not. I never woke up one day thinking I got to go hold a picket. That's not me. No disrespect to him, but I do like his music. Some of his music. Poetic Justice I liked. Backseat Freestyle I liked. Mad City I liked. Shit, even Humble I liked. Not all of this stuff is for me, but a good amount. But most of all, I definitely respect his talent. I really respect his talent. I think that, he's a great MC. Cool. 2022, they say no, but I know what happened. They invited me. And I'll give you the update on that. So I got invited to Dot's tour. I went there, see my man Cornell, shout to Cornell, works at PG Lane now. And I seen Dave Free. And Dave Free didn't know me from a can of paint. We had one conversation, it was about SZA one time. And the only reason I had that conversation with him because, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, all that, like, West Coast, like, y'all niggas super gang banging out, like, my nigga, like, y'all cool, but, like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm in the music business. That shit is not, I keep telling people, that shit is not going to have me cower from fear. This is not the 90s. I'm gonna do what I want to do, have my opinion. I'm gonna make my jokes. I'm not taking it personal, but if you take it personal, that's on you. So, like, that type of stuff I never reacted to. So I remember they were getting on me about SZA, some shit on Everyday Struggle. Dave Free, the only nigga who came to me on the civil sense. He came to me and he was like, yo, bro, act, man. I understand what you do, but I want to make you understand her. And I love the conversation I had with him then. Conversation I had with him was very cool. And when I was at the concert, treated me very well. Cool. So, yeah, all that happened. Now, I don't want to keep giving out this, like, little play-by-play. We will fast forward till now. Fast forward to now, I ain't talked to nobody. Like, again, me and Dave Free, we had a couple DMs. I think I probably had his number, something like that. I ain't talked to that nigga since the beef. You know what I'm saying? Now, and I also do understand, them niggas, I think everybody look at me like, yo, it's like, yo, Drake, what the OVO chain at? Because these niggas look at me OVO. Give me the OVO chain. I need that, okay? But anyway, I understand that. But at the end of the day, yo, let me tell you this. I keep telling y'all, this is a business that I'm fortunate enough to, I infiltrated, I did my thing, and I'm going to always keep it like that. You get what I'm saying? don't know you niggas like that, because none of y'all niggas hit up my mama when I don't answer her calls. Y'all don't come to my house on Christmas. Bro, this is a business. So anybody who is too much in their feelings, y'all got to go deal with it how you deal with it. And I do know, again, it's a contact sport. Shit might go left here. And listen, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a big boy with this shit. It's fine. So anyway, the battle happens. Them niggas do not like it. TDE side or PG Lang side goes quiet on me. I'm like, them niggas hate the fuck out of me. And also, I ain't gonna lie to you, you know, obviously, everybody knows I'm a Drake guy. You can probably say that, you know, the battle may not win in his favor, whatever. Nigga, don't laugh about that. That ain't funny, nigga. That is not funny, nigga, because I think Drake out-rapped everybody. Anyway, the point is this. I haven't spoke to them niggas in a while. I wanted to go to the concert. I ain't gonna lie to you. My man did hit me. He's like, why you ain't tell me you was coming? I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna keep it a being with you. It felt like y'all didn't fuck with me, right? And I understood why. Now, granted, there's some other things, too, because they're like, yo, Ack, it's not only you, whatever, we'll get into some stuff. Anyway, I'm like, yo, I told y'all, which people thought I was lying, I was going to go to the MetLife show. Nigga, that's a fact. I was going to go to the MetLife show. Why would I not? I missed it because I was on stream, and I'm like, fuck. I'm covering this tour. Like, I went to the Drake It's a Blur tour. That's the highest grossing tour. I could tell you exactly how that shit is. I could tell you how people reacted from minute one to the end. I could tell you the highs and lows. I could tell you my critiques. It is what it is. Again, at the end of the day, I don't know about all these other niggas. I'm doing my job. My job is not, I'm not friends with none of y'all niggas like that. Like I be talking, like, even, I'm gonna tell you some conversations we had. None of y'all niggas gave me shit. This is big act. I built this on my own back. I'm a grown man too, so I don't want nobody to try to. No, I'm gonna say what I want, and I'm gonna be honest with how I see things. So cool. So yeah, I ain't get no invite, but I'm like, yo, nigga, this is the biggest tour. It's gonna be the biggest tour. It's gonna be bigger than the It's a Blur tour. I gotta go see it. Now I get tickets usually. I could get tickets from Ticketmaster, from this person. Usually I'll get it from the artist. For the weekend shit, the weekend gave me tickets directly. This shit, I'm like, TDE or whatever, PG Lang is not fucking me. I did not ask them. So I'm like, nigga, I'm like, when am I going to see this shit? Because this shit already passed Jersey. I'm like, shit, I'm going to pick a date, which I picked this date. And I said, I'm about to go pop up there, nigga. My man told me, sometimes you got to pop up and show niggas. So I just did it. I popped up and showed out. Let me see what's going on with the concert. Now, I ain't no funny shit. It's just that, again, nigga, at the end of the day, I want to watch the show. Let me break down the show, because I show up to the show. By the way, I flew in today after stream. I stopped streaming at 1 o'clock, got on a plane at 3 o'clock. Yo, I'm good. 1 o'clock, I stopped streaming at 1 o'clock, get on a plane at 3 o'clock. I land at 5 o'clock, and by 6:30, I'm in the fucking stadium. I'm gonna be that bitch. Now, it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to do a longer breakdown of, like, and again, this is just one stop. I've only been to one stop. I'm probably going to pop up at other stops because I'm just that type of person. Even when I told you about the weekend shit, I'm going to pop up again. I'm sorry, like, brother, I'm like a food critic, and the industry is food. Like, I'm sorry, I might just come to your restaurant. I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. I might write a review. So anyway, I'll tell you what I thought quickly about the show. Number one, it's a hard read on the crowd. I couldn't tell if it was a few things. I'm going to be very fair. I couldn't tell if it was where I was sitting. Now, here's the thing. When I went to both the stadium joints, I went to the weekend shit, that was stadium, but I was in the riser. I'm closer to the stage. You also have to imagine niggas who's spending more money might be more, like, lit, enthusiastic. This time, because I don't want to be next to where none of them niggas is at, because I don't know if they fuck with me. I'm in a suite, my homie's suite, and yeah. So I don't know. It's hard to read the crowd, like, and I'm there, so I'm not getting nobody else's I don't got to be the person to talk about another person's experience. I'm gonna talk about my experience. The crowd is weird. What I mean the crowd is weird is that they're mad selective when they sing along. There's other times I'm looking at them, they're dead solid. They're just there. They're recording though. They're recording, but they're not singing along. And then there's moments they're super hyped. And it's like these, like, you keep going from these moments like this, and I'm like, I'm kind of sitting here watching it. But I'll start out by saying the first 20 minutes of Dot's performance, fire. And it's fire because he's doing songs back to back to back to back. So he's just rapid fire. And it's hits. Now, I went to go see the Messing Around tour. When I went to go see that tour, he was doing, like, this is why I said he was a great performer, because he was doing things that you don't see other artists do. I'm not saying he was going like second verse on every song, but like he was really performing some of these cuts, and it looked so well put together that it was still fire. He starts out the show and he's just banging it out. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Next song. Da-da-da, da-da-da. And yo, like Squabble Up comes on like pretty soon. He what's this shit called? The one with Mustard. He does that pretty soon. Like he does that in his first set. He comes out first. So I'm like, alright. Yo, this is a different type I've never seen this type of Dot. Because again, I'm used to Dot doing more of the slower but like integral, really well put together shit. This shit, everybody, it's like you have the crowd every 30 seconds. Bang, bang. So yeah, that shit was popping. SZA comes out. SZA come out. I was trying to do a BBL check, people. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't shit. Come on, bro. I ain't shit. I was just like, nigga, I think I put the binoculars on. Could I see the BBL? But I wish she was wearing some biggest other. Anyway, yeah, I don't know too many SZA songs, so I can't even like. You see, it would be incorrect for me to comment on SZA songs, like, oh yeah, that's just whack, whatever. I could only comment on what I heard from the crowd. Right? They were happy to see her. She performed some songs. Again, same kind of hard to read a crowd, hot and cold. I don't know if it's like, it seems like they're watching a Broadway play at times because they're quiet, and then 2 minutes later or 2 seconds later they're like, because like there's an explosion moment or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know her music like that to really just say what it is. Also, I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit wrong. When I was starting to think, I don't think that crowd was a 1-to-1 SZA crowd. I low-key think it's a 2-to-1 Kendrick crowd, to be honest. Which makes sense. This is tour, even though she's a co-headliner. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the biggest moment is Kendrick's on stage. Like, yeah, they love SZA, and I could see some people singing their hearts out, but like the biggest moment, Dot's on stage. Got to be honest. Okay. After that, so we get Kendrick does like 25 or 30. Then SZA comes out, does like 20. Then Dot comes out. And this is like the odd part. Because he does like these medley type of, and performers do this. Like Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe is like mixed with some other shit. Same with like, I think Swimming Pools or some other stuff. Like he does it in a different way. And it's like a new version of only performances. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's like the crowd, I'm looking at the crowd and they get hot and cold again. They're hot and cold. And that's like, that trips me out. And then SZA comes back out and it's kind of the same thing. And, I don't know. It's, it starts hot, it ends hot. But in the middle, you're kind of, and again, this could be a unfair thing, not only because where I was at, I'm up there in a suite, not down there by a riser, as opposed to the Weeknd. Like the Weeknd and Playboy Cardi shit, them niggas was lit from minute 1 to the fucking end. Like that shit was like something else. Don't want to compare both, but it could be where I was sitting. Yeah, it was high moments, dry moments, high moments, dry moments. Obviously the big songs, whether it's a Like That or other songs, yeah, you get that. I will say, shout out to, I spoke to a few people. Because, listen, I'm up in the building. We spoke to, and we'll keep these conversations off the books right now. But we Anthony Saleh, which I think is a manager. I think he's a manager. Me and him, we actually chopped it up. We actually sat down, we were talking until Euphoria came out. Euphoria, I was like, hold on, brother, I gotta listen to Euphoria. And then Dave Free popped up. And me and Dave Free, that was the first conversation since pretty much 2022, I think. And, at the end of the day, positive vibes. Clearly, they have a POV. I got a different POV. Most of all, I think the conversation was, they was trying to see like, yo, are we into it or we? And I'm like, nigga, at the end of the day, I'm doing my job here. You get what I'm saying? My opinion is going to lean a certain way because y'all know what type of music I like. But, one thing I did agree with them with, some of this shit should de-escalate. And, whether it's fan influenced or whoever else has connected to it, if it's possible, especially when it brings in third parties and family or shit like that shit, there's no place for that. Not shit that I'm necessarily doing, because I don't give two fucks about, talking about that. But at the end of the day, I think there were respectful conversations. I think they understand my POV. Yeah, brother, at the end of the day, Drake my favorite artist. Like, my nigga, like, what do you I don't care if I show up here today or tomorrow, the next day. Cool. Now, I understand their POV too. Bro, at the end, cool. You could kind of fall over that type of side when it comes to your music opinions. But, man, that battle been over, man. We not trying to keep digging holes where now people are, people that ain't public with it. So, we talking about like families, and don't bring families and shit into it. So, other than that, good conversations, good concert. I enjoy myself. Definitely enjoy myself. What would I rate it out of 10? I don't know if I could give it a rating out of 10, but would I say it's given the fact that it's on pace to be the biggest concert in the world? I get it. I will say, not the best concert I've been to. Be honest. Just being honest. And it's not being biased. Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually think the Mr. Morale concert is better. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think there's so much hype behind Dot right now. It makes sense why, this is a stadium tour. I can't comment too much on SZA and her performance and all that type of stuff. Because half the songs she performed, I've never heard in my life. You know what I mean? There's never been a time where let's play SZA. I know 2 songs. Well, maybe 3. Be I think Travis Scott's on that. And then the Snooze song, When I'm With You. Yeah, that song. And I think I may know another song. But anyway, Broken Clock or something. Anyway, pretty good concert, though. Pretty good concert. I'm ranking the Weeknd concert over that, though. The Weeknd concert. But do I like the Weeknd's music? Yeah, I do like the Weeknd's music more. The Weeknd and Cardi concert, I'm going them. Now, granted, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you, and this is why I say I don't take my personal feelings into it. And this is why, even when people be like, yo, Ack, you fuck with Drake, you shouldn't go. My nigga, at the end of the day, I've made my qualms not being no nigga friend. I made my qualms in this industry by getting to the place I've been by covering hip-hop. So, nigga, I ain't gonna cap with you, whether y'all want to believe it or not. Nigga, if Meek Mill had the biggest tour and me and him ain't really, not saying we beefing or nothing like that right now, but, if we didn't see eye to eye, nigga, some way, somehow, I'm gonna have to speak on it. I gotta give my opinion about it. And I can't do it if I don't somehow experience it. So, at the end of the day, what I was proud about is that hip-hop looked good in a stadium. And I made the challenge earlier, man. I think all these rappers should start. There's a few rappers that could do it. Man, I want to see Drake do some stadium shit. Travis kind of does it already. Weeknd's been doing it, but Weeknd's more pop. I could see Cardi got that taste for it. Pause. I just talked to Cardi. But don't laugh at my man Cardi. Don't talk about my man Cardi like that. But yeah, watching hip hop in a stadium, it was dope. the majority of people who I've seen show up the demographic, and this is a thing that people have to understand, because this is true about every concert. There won't ever be no stadium tour. Have I ever seen actually I did. I seen a stadium. I seen Burna Boy's concert. That shit was, nigga, all I smelled was jollof rice. Yeah. Burna Boy was the only, that nigga had City Field locked, and it was all Africans. I've never seen such a thing. When I go to Drake concerts, most white people. That's a fact. Drake concerts, mostly white people, mostly white kids. Like, you'll see fathers and mothers bringing their son, because little Timmy wants to go turn up to Drake, or even Travis. I went to Travis shit too. Yeah. Which, by the way, that's no problem. So even, that's another thing too. Kendrick concert, like, this concert was a bunch of little girls. Like, I know people think this is a pro-black militant shit. It's a bunch of little women, like little girls. Or sometimes little boys that came with their, you could tell parents were bringing their kids. And who knows, they might have fucked with a song from TikTok, or who knows why they're there. But there's a misnomer and like a misrepresentative of like an idea that hip hop is like super pro-black, or like, hell fucking no. And by the way, shout out to Mustard, because I showed up that early. I seen his opening stuff. Yo, the nigga was playing Katy Perry and all that shit. But like, what's that name of that song? And a Jay-Z song was on. Nigga, they went crazy. Nigga, they went crazy to that like it was not like us, nigga. And a Jay-Z song was on. Come on. Hey, yo, yes, but at the end of the day, like, if you love hip hop, you want hip hop to be the biggest genre. You need that. You need those people who maybe they only like 3 or 4, or maybe 5 Kendrick, and maybe 3 or 4 or 5 SZA songs. But that's what they're playing on TikTok, and they want to come see the show. Who gives a fuck? So anyway, I only say that to say, yeah, the demographics in there was what I would expect any. I've never been to a Beyonce show though. Burna Boy is the only stadium show I've seen. Him and Vybz Kartel. Well, that Vybz Kartel was arena, but still, you got to imagine that's straight Jamaicans and thugs in there. But most arena shows is white people and kids, and parents bringing kids. You get what I'm saying? For sure. But anyway, let me look. What's going on in the chat? Oh, I gotta open. Let me open King Academics real quick. Yeah, I wish I could stream in there. I couldn't stream in there. We vlogged. We definitely vlogged. Somebody said, so the concert was mid. I wouldn't say the concert's mid. So, all right. So, okay. Let me clarify that. The concert is a mid. I think it's a really good performance. I keep telling you, Kendrick's one of the better performers in hip hop. Actually, one of the best. I give it up to him. I think I'm about to sound gay. His breath control. He raps every line. Okay, that do sound gay, right? He raps every line. He's a really good performer that he doesn't need a backing track. Bro, he's really into it. He's a really good performer. The show itself is a pretty good show. My overall opinion about the show is tainted, and that's why I said it might be because of, I'm in a suite. I'm watching hot and cold, fans. I could tell, like, some of these little white girls, like, they like, some songs they really knew, and some songs they were like, what is this? And that, I guess that was odd, like, because I'm used to seeing people knowing everything. Nigga, at the Weeknd concert, I was the nigga, and I'm like the only one who's saying, yo, does anybody know this? Or no, I didn't say did anybody know. I said, what's the name of the song? And I love the Weeknd, but Weeknd got some pop songs I don't know. But everybody was in the Weeknd concert singing every fucking word. 100%. Every word. Like, they'll start singing a song by they hear the first drum hit. I'm like, what the fuck? How do y'all know this shit? So I guess that's the only thing I took away from it. And it's not a negative, because I do think that both of them are expanding their fan base, and they're cross-referencing their fan base. I could tell there was some women up in that bitch that they only love SZA. And they didn't, like, they knew the big Kendrick songs, but they didn't know every big Kendrick songs. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, I got a halter top on. Man, stop playing with me, gang. Oh, my stomach showing pause, man. Stop, leave me alone. I'm losing weight, gang. Yeah. But yeah. Other than that, let me see. Anything else to talk about? I missed half of the trial. I'll be back in. We'll be back on stream in the morning, so don't you worry. Come to the Vibes Cartel show. I'm gonna be there. Somebody said, "Ack, you got the leg up, man, bruh." Somebody said, "Ack, about to switch the light bulbs." D says Drake does 4 arena shows every city. That's a stadium. He's smarter to know. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. And I guess this is where I gotta think about it before I like fully say it. Because I love seeing hip hop in an arena, in a stadium. But like when I keep telling you, when I went to Drake's show, it was a sing along. The nigga, there was no reason for him to ever perform a song. Everybody sung the entire night, and I'm pretty sure everybody lost their voice. That wasn't the case here. But Kendrick's show isn't for that. That's why I was saying the first 20 minutes is more my speed, because we're speeding through hits, right? Like Kendrick's gonna give you some cuts. He's also gonna give you some different, different melodies in terms of he's gonna perform some songs a little bit different. So I don't want to judge him on that. Yeah, I don't want to judge him on that. But I thought it was cool though. I thought it was cool. Don't look at the negative parts of what you might think I'm saying. Again, Kendrick's performance, I think, is stellar. It's stellar. The crowd is hot and cold. It's like, and I remember saying this before I came. Remember, I got into this little back and forth with that little random. When I was just like, I'm wondering if everybody is turning up to the whole discography or for certain songs. I got confirmation. Nobody can tell me different. Nigga, I was in the building. They turn up selectively for different moments. DNA, lit. But there's certain songs. GNX songs too. I'm gonna be honest with you, because most of them came out in the first 20 minutes. Lit. I ain't even gonna cap with you. They were going crazy. Somebody said I'm going to Chris Brown's tour. Now here's the thing. I done promised so many women I'm bringing them. I'm getting a party bus. Yo, Chris Brown, I need 25 tickets. Yo, I done promised so much. Did y'all see that DM I posted where the chick was just like, yo, if you get me Chris Brown tickets, I'll suck yo. I was like, what? This is what y'all doing for Chris Brown tickets? So anyway, when Chris Brown comes here, I'm bringing 25 people. I got to bring 25 people. But I want to see Chris Brown's performance. And I want to see, Chris Brown might be different. Because I think, like, with all due respect to Kendrick, he's hitting a new plateau in his last year. Like, Kendrick always used to have about 60 million monthly listeners, or 70. He peaked out at like 115. So it shows that, respectfully, his audience may have doubled. It makes sense that maybe they don't know everything, right? Even though I'm not gonna lie, some songs like King Kunta, it still went off. King Kunta was good. Okay. Somebody said Nicki, act on his Nicki new body, bruh. You see, now I was about to order some food. Now y'all making me feel insecure, man. I'm bulimic now, man. I'm playing. Is Breezy? Ain't Breezy in jail? No, he's free. He's free. He's free. Somebody said Kendrick still won. Bro, his concert is, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think his concert is like, it's the encore to the pop out. Bro, I'm being fair with y'all, like, you know what I mean? I could sit here and just kind of like be mad. Oh, y'all don't like my leg up? That's a Diddy move, man. That's a Diddy move, dog. I should have came to the Toronto show. Did any slaves get freed tonight? Somebody said, don't tell me you having a hotel night in Detroit. Bruv. I ain't gonna lie. When Diddy was having hotel nights, everything would be red. And this would be the couch that like a Cassie or a Daphne was getting fucked on though. Like real talk, this would be the couch. This would be the couch. Where's the Henny? Yo, what time do liquor stores close out here? We gotta figure that out.
Alright, same song.
Someone said your numbers and analysis is kind of weak. Kendrick has some of the most efficient streaming stats in the game. I get what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. What I'm saying to you, right? Again, we're talking about a concert today, brother. We're talking about a concert. And all I'm saying is that I wouldn't say Kendrick doesn't have a stadium performance. I would just say I think the crowd that is attracted to Dot on this GNX tour, and I'm only basing off one date because I'm only basing off what I'm saying. Ain't no motherfucker on earth could tell me different because I seen it with my two eyes. Brother, I posted it. Go look at my Instagram. You could see hot and cold moments, like moments where they're just like sitting there watching, like, okay, what is this? And moments are like, oh shit, squabble up, yeah, like, brother, I'm not lying. Brother, look at y'all really, I'm in Detroit. I'm with no women here. I just want to let y'all know. There's with no women here. Jesus Christ. Yo, Letitia with the 6 told me what's the longest freak off you had. Letitia, what's wrong with you, girl? Yo, chat, I think I told him that. Yo, a chick hit me up and she was just like, yo, this is like an old joint. She's like, yo, you better not be doing no freak offs without me. That shit was crazy. Somebody says, oh my God. Somebody said, do you think that Kendrick will be able to maintain these numbers moving forward without the Drake beef crutch for his next album? That's very interesting. What I believe is going to happen here is that, I think Dot has to convert these into true fans. I don't think they're true fans. I'm going to be honest with you. I think there are people who realize Dot is the wave. It's like having a hit song. You ever seen, like, I'm not calling him a one-hit wonder, but like you see the nigga with the wave and everybody's like adopting to it, but or maybe they're new fans and maybe they're gonna listen to everything else. I could be wrong, right? But I distinctly saw people who only got on the bandwagon after a certain time. I think that's why it was hot and cold. Certain songs, they were like, I don't know about this one. As opposed to, I think when you have that core audience that's there, they're bumping and just wilding to every song. So, again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I went to one show. I'm in the suite, but I think I have a good perspective of everything. Yeah. Somebody said, wow, the camera moved. What the hell? Somebody said, Detroit strip club tonight. What strip club should we go to, man? Tracy says, you're in a suite. We have videos of fans turning up, rapping, singing everything word for word. See, that's another thing. Anytime people tell y'all shit like this, y'all get upset at them. So there's probably a million videos of people turning up. Y'all saw me like vibing out to songs tonight. That's not what I'm saying to y'all. It's like when Kai said it about the Super Bowl, like, oh no, there was some like dull moments. Y'all were like, what? You're hated. That's my. And by the way, this is the only reason I say K-Boss, because y'all don't like any opinion that doesn't call this man Jesus. What I'm literally telling you is that his performance is dope, but watching the crowd and for their reaction. Look at how I videoed everything. I showed the crowd mostly before I showed him because I needed to see. It ain't about how I respond to him. It's about how they respond to him. There's sometimes they were just kind of like standing there, like, okay. And then other times they were absolutely lit. That's what I'm saying. Niggas probably recorded the times they were absolute. Like, nobody wants to record when they're not lit. What the fuck? Yeah, and I don't think this should be a Drake versus Kendrick thing. Again, I've challenged Drake to do a stadium tour. I know how his arena tour looked. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had to compare arena tour to arena tour, I think Dot's arena tour is really good. I mean, I like Drake's a little bit better, but I'm biased because I know every song. So when everybody's singing, we all got our hand around each other like we're the world. I'm singing every song. I got my eyes on you. I must be too confident. Yeah, all of that. So anyway, so I said, notice I pointed this earlier. Y'all say I was lying. Now you're doing it in real time, chat. Oh, see? They're acting like I'm lying about the crowd. Joshua Wade, thank you for the 10 though. He says, yo, Ack, shout out my girl Cynthia Crawford for me. Bro, why did you say your girl's name on here? Niggas about to Google her. Try to bag her. Yo, like, this is the chat. Like, what do you think this is? Like, it's all good. Go to Ace of Spades on 8 Mile. I heard a rapper got shot over there. I'm good. Somebody said this look like Diddy's room. Come on, people. Stop. Did I meet Dave? Okay, see, now you're trolling. Now you're trolling. Yeah, again, I've given my analysis of how I think performances are. I thought Kendrick had a more complete show for Mr. Morale and Big Steppers than Drake for the tour I saw then. That wasn't It's a Blur, because whatever I saw then was 2022. Like, Kendrick had a better, well, not better, more complete show. Like, it was, you were like, wow, I feel like I'm watching, like, a fucking performance. Drake's show had more vibes just because he just has more hits. Like, the nigga just has to walk on stage and they play the beat. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, they just start singing Marvin's Room. Like, the nigga doesn't. The nigga don't gotta sing Marvin's Room at all. Everybody just sings it for him. You gotta think about it. So, do I have some more insight about Drake's album? I'll give you guys some insight a little bit later. But yeah, it's the first time I talked to Dave Free in a while. You know, I'm gonna pray for. I did say this to Anthony Saleh. I said, the reality of what's happening now. Because one thing I could say, okay? Both of them agreed and said, we understand that this musical feud is divisive. It has been good for music, and we did our thing and we're happy about it. But it is at the point where it's gotten personal, and the parts we don't like about it is when ancillary people get consistently thrown in the mix. Their lives are people are picking apart, people are digging into this, that, and the third about this, that, and the third. And what I told both of those men, because they even said, yo, Act like, like some of your platforms echo some of this stuff. And I said to them, brother, you're acting like this is on one side. This is happening on both sides. So if you feel like this thing has gotten too personal and you don't like when this happens and this happens, you have to realize there's fans, blogs, or whoever doing that to the other side. And I told Anthony, I said, brother, at some point, y'all don't got to be friends, but y'all need to come together to kind of calm the fans down, because right now they think they're beefing like Bloods and Crips. If you're saying you don't like when wives are put up on screen, you don't like when wives are being discussed, you don't like when daughters, sons, I don't think Drake likes when his son gets mentioned, or his baby mama, or his sexual history, or his lack thereof, or making assumptions about what he may have been. This is happening on both sides. So, when I hear them put that frustration out to me, I agree. But it's a mutual in a both ways thing that I don't think, even if they're like, all right, Act, could you not amplify certain things? Well, there's other things being amplified. We're usually trying to just be a neutral arbiter. Now, obviously, sometimes, and I'm speaking about extensions of other pages that clearly are in the fold, we may lean a certain type of way because, fuck with Drake. He's our favorite rapper. You know what I mean? But this battle is gotten to the point, it's over, and niggas is still taking it so personally and so far that, niggas would, I seen some fans say, well, Drake was trying to fuck a child when he was in Australia. Come on now. That's over the board. Just like how they would agree and they were like, yo, people mentioning homie's wife still outside of the battle. That's over the board too. I agree with that, right? I said to both men, I'm like, listen, I had to remind both of them. I said to Dave Free, and I said to Anthony Sella, I said, listen, I came here on my own recognizance. I don't got beef with y'all niggas like that. I don't want to kill y'all. What y'all got with Drake, he might want to kill you. And y'all might want to kill him. Get that. But I'm a media platform. So I came here on my own. Y'all didn't give me tickets. I came here. And if it was really up like that, I want to come here. Y'all would have to catch me where you catch me to do whatever you think you might want to do. Or I would have to catch you where I need to catch you if I intended to do anything at all. So that was a major point. But, I'm glad, I wish they would vocalize this on both sides. I wish both sides would vocalize this. Yo, I don't think Drake want y'all to be saying certain stuff about his family, his kids. The battle's over. It's fucking over. Okay? Both of them went low. We get it. One said, that's not your son. The other said, you a pedophile. Cool. But the dragging of it, and that's what they told me, the dragging of it, they're kind of over. Now, there was no solution like, all right, cool, we're going to try to address it ourselves, and maybe I think the only solution is y'all got to go talk to the other guy who feels away. Because there's two people that feel away. You got to go talk to the other guy that feels away. It's neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. So I also said to both people, I said, listen, there's a POV on both sides. Again, it's not my thing or issue to solve or whatever. Anthony told me though. He said, he lamented a little bit about yeah, maybe I'll save that for stream. Yeah, we talked a little bit about the lawsuit. I got a little bit of clarity, at least his perspective on it. And, because the first thing he said to me, he said, Act, why you put that boy on your stream? He got me in Drake's case. And I said, dog, I've put people on stream that accuse Drake of whatever. You see, that's the thing that, I stand full steadfast on that. I put somebody on my stream named Julian. He said Drake scammed him of millions of dollars. Then you had the K-Bots who said Drake killed him. That didn't help Drake. But what am I? I'm a media outlet. So I was telling him, fair is fair. I was like, listen, the person who introduced me to the person who said that you paid for botted streams, I said he's friends of, and I'm going to redact names here. He's friends of people that y'all know, not friends of Drake. Because I don't know if y'all think he like planted him there. Then, and this is the last time I said, I'm probably going to get off. Dave Free had a moment. He asked me, he said, he said, what are you getting from this? He says, is he paying you? And that was the most insulting thing and I had conversations with these men for a while. But the very idea that I was like a purchasable commodity was so disgusting. I reminded him, I said, I've been doing this for over 10 years. I've been doing this for over 15 years. How did you think I became me? I said, you knew about me before this shit. How did you think I became? Did you think I was a cheap hoe that just could be bought? That was the most insulting thing I could have heard, because his idea was, well, if you're not getting paid by this guy, if Drake ain't paying you, why do you lean that much in that direction? And I was like, huh? I've never gotten paid. Like, the people who I've defended the most, I've never gotten paid from. Now I have my platform benefited? Yeah, of course. But, again, like, we don't do pay for play. Like, you can't buy my opinion. I've always said, the moment you can buy my opinion, I don't matter. The moment you could buy my opinion, I don't matter. Y'all seen Lil Baby was one of my favorite artists. He was my top 3 artists. The nigga dissed me on his album, and I just had to do it. I went on a whole campaign against him. I didn't want to do that. But that's integrity. That's morals. I was getting money with QC. I could have said, well, fuck that. The money's too good. Fuck no. So, that was something that I was a little taken aback by, because I couldn't believe it. And I think Dave Free's a very intelligent guy. I couldn't believe he thought that I was getting paid to maybe have the opinions or the POV that I have. Like, I could be a pawn for Drake or anybody else. That just wouldn't happen. Nevertheless, there was some good conversations. I've gotten, I got Anthony's contact, and hopefully, I told him, I said, listen, throughout the battle, we probably definitely came off very biased, not only because I like Drake and he's my favorite rapper. And anytime my favorite rapper is going against another person, if he's my favorite rapper, I'm going to say my favorite rapper is going to win. But you guys lost communications with us at that time, because again, whether I preferred Drake or not, if you choose to not clear anything up, like today we're talking, they mentioned a few things I didn't know. But when you choose not to involve yourself in clarifying the narrative gets written without you. It always happens like that. I'm in the media. I know how it goes. So, hopefully, my stance won't change. Drake's my favorite rapper. It won't change ever. Okay. Even if me and Drake beefing, well, depending on what beef. Because when I hate a nigga, I really hate a nigga. But, there's no money that somebody could pay me to like make somebody else my favorite rapper. And I hope y'all know that. I'm just a person who like Drake. And his music. That's what I mean. His music. That's what I told y'all. If y'all want me to be something else, I can't be something else. That's why I always saluted. I used to always say, my man DJ Goes, I'm like, y'all want me to be a gangster. I can't be a gangster. I'm not a gangster. I can't give you an opinion of what somebody who's a gang member from LA would think. I can't. So you got to find somebody else to do it. So anyway, other than that, good show. Good. Again, I show up for a reason. I didn't think I showed up to particularly have the conversations that I had, but I was always willing. And if I wasn't willing, I wouldn't go live up in that bitch and show people I was there, and I could have dipped in and out, right? But nigga, you seen I wore every chain. Well, not every chain. I wore my chain. I came how I came, and we had conversations, and shit, everything's cool. So anyway, I'll try to pop out to another show, and hopefully I could, give a more nuanced perspective for the people who think that, I went there and I didn't get that experience. Okay. It's 12:23. I'm not sitting here and talking Diddy with y'all. I love y'all. I'm not. Okay, y'all gonna have to catch me on the stream, and when we break down the rest of the tweets from the afternoon session, which I missed, and also we got to catch up on the morning session, which is gonna be tomorrow. So, anyway, hopefully this was a little bit of an update on where the hell I've been, because I know so many people hit me like, "Yo, did something happen? Why'd you leave?" No, nothing happened. I wasn't gonna announce my move that you niggas could backdoor me now. Feel me? Yo, I'm going there. Yo, that's what. Yo, yeah. Even Dave Free was just like, "Yo, why you ain't tell us you coming?" Because I didn't want to get backdoored. What? I'm like, y'all ain't talked to me for 2 years. If I told y'all I was coming, that might be. Yo, Dirk told me, close that back door. You know what I mean? So, everything went good today. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Wow, we actually got a decent amount of people in here. But anyway, I'm over here. I will see y'all in the morning. Bright and early. I'm finna get on the plane immediately. Okay? So I'll be in the... I know we live, but by the time this shit, post fully to YouTube, don't worry. I'm out of Detroit. Y'all love it.